What's up? It's your boy Karceno here, and a lot of people see me and say, "How are you the biggest Chris Brown supporter in the world?" And I'm like, I'm not a Chris Brown supporter. I just tell the truth, and the truth just happens to end up running coincide with Chris Brown's story. For the past couple of weeks, you've seen a lot of Chris Brown news pop up. I'm like, I got about like 3 Chris Brown things to discuss in a row. Just by happenstance of the news and social media and everything, the results that they got out there. Now, let's talk about Chris for a minute. Chris has a situation where he's got this assistant, Nicole Perna, who's like, texting him congratulations on stuff. And what he's saying is, well, I don't need any texts for saying congratulations. You know, you're not doing your job. I need you. I'm not in Vogue, GQ. You didn't push enough to get me in GQ, Vogue, all these other magazines. And telling her to get in the game. That's what you would text somebody who's supposed to be your PR. And he's got this new clothing line, the Black Pyramid clothing line, and he's basically telling someone who works for him, earn your money. Get in the game. You're not in the game. So when he's telling you, it's like a pep talk telling you, do your job. But what does she do? She comes back and throw other people under the bus, and she comes back texting with profanity. And now you're being profane. She comes out, well, Anna Wintour doesn't want to F with you, and none of these people want to F with you. I'm out here doing this and putting out fire. Half my time goes to straighten out your mess and this and look. Now you out of pocket. So when he returns back, Nicole, you must really care if I give a F about if you work for me or not. Go. Retire. Leave. Like, you're not serving him any purpose. My thing is, tell me something she's done. What is Nicole Perna, or Persna, whatever her name is, what has Nicole done for Chris Brown? What has he done? He had a manager stealing from him. He addressed the fact the manager's stealing from him. We supposed to feel sorry for the manager. We supposed to feel sorry for this woman who didn't do her job. Chris told her, hey, step it up. You're not doing your job. And now we supposed to be mad at Chris Brown. I don't get it. I mean, I understand Chris Brown gets in the news a lot. And it's always for something negative. But when he makes good music, and nobody cares about that no more for some reason, if it comes from Chris Brown, it's, I don't want to tell you. And people act like he murdered Rihanna. I mean, if she ain't mad at him, why you mad at him? My thing is like, that was in 2009. That's almost been 10 years ago. And she's forgiven it. She's like, look, it's over, it's over. I've been hit and choked harder. Basically, it's over. And to the rest of the world, they're like, nah, he hit Rihanna. Don't forget that. That's what he did. Be like, you hit your wife. That's not about me. He hit Rihanna. So they're right there on that tip. But it's so cool to hate Chris Brown. I don't understand where that logic comes from. Like, what makes it so great to hate on Chris Brown? Like, why is that important to people? Like, we just gotta hold a whole group and be like, yeah, Chris out of control, man. He is some drugs. I'm like, is he on drugs? Maybe. I mean, the kind of behavior he is. But musically, he's making good music. but I don't hate Chris Brown. I'm sorry, people. I can't hate a man when I'm seeing him get railroaded the way he's being railroaded. The only thing Chris is guilty of is hiring wrong. Chris, you are hiring the wrong people. They're not good at their jobs. You need to get rid of these people. And then the new people you bring in, listen to them and see if it works. If it doesn't work in the beginning, then don't sign up with them. Listen to the ideas they have. If they can get you these things, and if you could follow what they're saying, then it's going to be a marriage that works perfectly. But if you're not willing to change or make any changes to make things better, and you just want to do what you want to do, then they should know not to even take the job, because nothing's going to get accomplished. But obviously, it seemed like you were trying to give positive, positive, constructive criticism and say, look, let's get in the game. But she chose to fire herself. So she ended up resigning when she basically was told, like, I don't care if you work here or not. Once you send a text message like that, you're out. She deserved to be out. Now, anybody else, do you think that you could go and curse at your boss? Any other job in the world, you think you can go and curse your boss out? Send your boss a text message cursing him out, and that'll be okay? You've basically fired yourself. So she was, no, I resigned. You resigned because you knew your services are no longer needed in the community. That's why you resigned. And then now she's running the magazines with her story. You know people who do that? People with nothing going on. They want to run to the magazine and tell a story. Do your job. You failed to do your job. Don't accept a job you can't do. You couldn't get them in those magazines. Don't blame somebody. They're not interested in you. That's the reason why. If they're not interested in them, then what's your job? Your job is to get him those opportunities. Get him in those magazines. Get the word out there. I don't care if you had to have the flyer out on the street and you had to go out there and do it. Do your job. Believe me, there's other people that was behind you that would love to have your position and come in and do that job. Just say you dropped the ball. You couldn't do it. I'll try something else. But no, you want to blame other people and blame Chris Brown. You knew what Chris Brown was when you signed up to work with him. So don't blame Chris now because you can't do your job. I'm out.